created
you.
three user. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So we created three user profiles. One is Rana, and another one is Chendu, and the third one is Sumant. So by giving the different domain names for them, now we will test. So if any person is having a particular domain, he can able to see that domain data, not the other domain data, except the global data. So we'll see that. Let's check for the user records again to make sure. So everyone able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's check domains which we created. Everyone check their domains, whether they are exist or not. You can check in a domain map itself. So yes, GSS, GSS India, GSS US. These are the three domains we created under top. So everyone before start the class, open their instance, be ready. So everyone able to see this hierarchy in the domain map. Let's confirm.
Yeah, I'm able to see my instance.
Hello.
Yeah, who is talking?
Is Chandu?
Yeah, Chandu, please.
Yeah, I'm getting GSS and GSS India. Next to the GSS, I'm getting GSS India, not as sub branch.
You are getting GSS, and under GSS India is the.
No. As
Sorry.
GSS and GSS India is getting as parent.
So can you share your screen? Maybe you have given a wrong parent at level.
Sure.
Let me give a screen share to you. Chandu, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can share Chandu.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, but it's not showing here.
We can see. We are able to see your screen.
Okay. So you can
I'm
see
not
that.
able to see. Yeah. Now it's visible. Yeah, now I can see.
So, top GSS India. Where is GSS US? You not
Is
yet
first
created,
one.
it seems.
The first one
Okay,
here.
everything.
GSS.
Okay, it seems for everything you have selected parent as top. So let's go to domain application. Click on domains.
Okay.
In the left side, click on domains. Yeah.
Okay. And create new one.
Open GSS India.
Okay.
Select parent as GSS and update it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, change the parent. Have you done?
GSS India.
No, here is a parent option, right? No.
Yes.
Open GSS India.
Yes.
Change it to, click on a lookup. I said we call it as a lookup, the magnifier. Click on magnifier.
Magnifier.
In the parent field. No, not that one. Below to that.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a magnifier icon, right? Yeah, click on that.
Okay.
In Maximo terminology and ITIL standards, we call that as a lookup. So click on
Okay.
that to select the list existing into it.
Okay.
Have you clicked? We didn't see any data.
This one. I'm getting new tab here when clicking the lookup table.
Yeah, where it is. No, not that one. Before that, there is a magnifier icon, right?
This one? Manage.
Yeah, wait. No, not that one. Revant. No, sorry, Chandu.
Chandu,
Yeah.
there is a lens icon, right? It is called lookup. After top there is a small lens icon,
Yes.
magnifier.
Not that one. The similar kind of thing
Down,
is
down,
there
down.
at parent.
Just next to top, just next to the top. You have under parent you have top, right?
Yes.
Now after top, what do you have next to top? You have a small.
Okay, I'll show. Just give GSS. Remove the top and GSS. Hit a tab. Otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's a alternate good idea.
Yeah. I remove the parent from top.
Give GSS as
Okay.
a parent. Just type
GSS. Okay.
GSS.
Okay.
Click on parent and type GSS.
Okay.
Hit tab. No, not India. Only GSS. Why? Okay.
It's coming just.
Okay, just beside to that there is a magnifier icon. I mean a lookup.
Here. This one? Look up using list.
Yes, click on that.
Yeah.
Did you get anything? We didn't see
Yeah.
anything.
I'm getting new tab here.
But we couldn't able to see. Okay, anyhow, select their GSS. If you can able to see,
I'm getting only here GSS India itself.
is it?
Yes.
Go to GSS. Click on the list tab. There is a back button. Click on
Okay.
back button.
Go to GSS.
Your screen is not yet reflected for us. Let's wait.
Okay.
Open it.
Okay. GSS is open. I already opened GSS.
It's okay. Top you have given parent as top.
Okay.
Go back again and open GSS US. We'll try in that.
GSS US. Yeah. Parent.
Give in capital letters GSS only. Try to give that.
Caps. Okay.
Not here as a parent.
Okay. No. Here also I'm getting only US.
There is something wrong. Okay, you create. Sometimes this is a demo instance. Maybe it's not working properly. Okay, create new two domains again.
Okay.
With capital letters GSS-US, GSS-India, and select parent as a GSS. Create immediately. Okay. Now click on lookup. Okay, leave it. Vendor, yes. Give a description. Okay, leave it. No need a description also. Just submit.
Just submit.
Yeah, submit.
Here down one or upside? I
Sorry,
have two submits here.
there is only one, right? That is logout.
Okay.
Okay, you do. Okay, okay, no problem. You can do anything, any one of submit. Both will
Okay.
perform the same act.
Okay. Okay.
Create another one. Okay, submit. Then you click on map. Please let me know if anyone have a problem so far. Click on domain map.
Okay.
Yeah, now you'll be able to see.
I'm getting only GSS.
GSS. So maybe they are collapsed.
Yeah.
Can you hit on default and drag it to top?
Okay. I got it.
Okay, fine. Okay, go to user profile. We'll check. We created two only, I guess. One is for Rana, another one is for Chandu.
Yes.
Yes.
So just filter users. So everyone follow Chandu's screen.
Filter.
No. In that is called filter. You just type users.
Okay. Users.
Okay, select the users under. No, not there. Everyone select the users under user administration. So select it. Under user administration, there is a users also. Yeah, click on that.
Okay.
You didn't create. So to find, either you can find with the name or just click on update. There is a right side update is there, right? Click on that update name. So if you want to filter any one of the column, you can click on that. So it will be filtered based on that row. Not double click. Just click on it. No right click. Click on the name
Okay.
update. Yes. So it is filtered with the recent data, which is created recently. So there is he created Arun Rana, but Chandu you not yet created, right?
Yes.
So open that Arun Rana, just cross check. So make sure whenever you want to filter data in an application, click on the whatever you want to filter. If it is a user ID or a name or creation date in available columns.
Okay. This is Arun
So
Ranas.
okay, fine. So create another record for with the name Chandu.
Okay. U1.
One more record. Click on new and create. Select company.
Okay.
And user ID and email ID. User ID is nothing but an email ID. So give both the things as same.
Okay.
Okay. And click on manage domain.
Global.
No, we will give him GSS US. Select GSS
Okay.
US. Click on the lookup again. You will get the list.
Yeah.
Why we are not able to see that? Anyone, Rana, are you able to see the lookup value list? No, right? Okay. Anyhow, if you
Just a moment. Yeah, I can see the lookup value. When I click on that lookup icon, I'm seeing different domains, GSS, US, GS. Like
no,
right now I'm in Chandu's record. When I click on that lookup icon, magnifier glass, I see, another window opens and I see GSS US because we have created Chandu under GSS US.
Okay, because when he click on lookup, I couldn't able to see the another window. Okay, fine. Anyhow, you selected GSS US. Okay, fine, and submit.
Submit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now, so we need to without roles we couldn't able to see the data for them. So now I'll show you how to you know rest of in admin part I'll cover. Then I'll show you how the data will populate based on a domain separation. So because to impersonate into the other users, we need to give a roles for them. So open the record, open Arun record. Everyone do the same thing. Arun Rana. Open the user record Arun Rana. And click on, there is a, if you come into the down, there is a, in the related links, there is a roles application. Before roles, there is edit button, click on it. So using this link, we will give the roles to this user. Okay. So click on the edit button. Chandu, can you go top? Yeah, there is a roles, right?
Yes.
Beside the roles, a blue kind of edit button. Click on that.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a vice versa kind of thing. You can go to the roles and you can give some user what roles he wants, or at user record level also you can give a roles whom you want, which role you want to assign that particular user. Now I'm assigning this user as a admin role. So this is, we call it as a slash bucket. This application we call it as a slash bucket. We can select and we can deselect. You click on admin, just click on admin Chandu.
Okay. And save.
And no, not a save. There is a arrow icon.
Yes.
Two arrows. Click on the right side arrow.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. So now the admin is added to Arun Rana. If you don't want that, it's already selected. You can click this left side showing arrow. It will come. It will be removed. So this application we call it as a slash bucket. So now we assign. Yeah, again assign admin to Rana. Click into, yeah. Now save it. So now the admin role is assigned to Rana. Save it.
It's done.
Okay. Same. You open a Chandu user record and do the same thing. Everyone do the same thing. If anyone have a problem, let me know. Just to Arun Rana record, before you move in, you click on update.
Okay.
move it to right side, then save it.
Which one, admin? Srini?
Hello.
Voice is breaking.
Also.
Srini, I think there is your voice is not proper, you know.
Oh, your voice is breaking, Srini.
It is like a wavy voice.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is better now. It is better now. Can you just repeat the last sentence, what you said? We missed that part.
Okay, fine. So select the admin for Chandu also. The same thing.
Okay.
The role as admin. So click on admin and select, then save it. It seems the network is not good. Okay. Yes. So everyone is on the same page.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, fine. Now, can you click on it? So you impersonate using. So I'll share my screen then. Okay, it is
Okay.
easy for.
Yeah, sure.
You make me a presenter.
Okay, sure. Prakash Sagar, right?
Yeah, I'm logging with the admin. So yeah, Prakash Sagar.
Okay.
Have you given control, Chandu?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Okay. So everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if you just want to cross check here, there is a gear icon. So click on that. So everyone able to see a domain field here. Chandu, are you able to see, or you activated the macros, or you didn't activate it?
Sorry? Hello?
Are you
Srini?
able to see it? Everyone able to? Yeah. Is everyone able to see domain here after clicking this icon?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah. Domain icon, I cannot.
I think even Chandu has activated that domain instance.
Domain?
Sorry, activated that plugin for domain.
Yes, but I'm unable to see that.
No, I don't think that time when he clicked on UI macros, then he switched it. just want to again cross check. Everyone type here UI in the filter macros. So click on UI macros in a filter. Chandu, can you do this thing? UI macros.
Yes, yes.
Okay, click on that.
Okay.
In a search button, this is a search button. Okay.
Okay.
Click on domain and hit enter.
Domain. Okay, I got it.
So did you see, is this true or false? A domain selector for settings menu. What is the status for this? Active
It's
or
false.
it's true or false?
It's false.
So double click on that. Double click on false. So there
Okay.
is a drop down you will get. So click on true and hit a save icon. Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, fine. Now click on this one. If you didn't get, log out and log in and check that one.
I got it. True icon.
So that is okay. Save it. This is a save. The
Okay.
tick icon.
Yeah, it's done.
Then after that click on. Okay. After that click on gear icon. If you didn't able to see that, log out and log in.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't able to see a domain at the end. This kind of option. You can log out and log in and check again. So here.
Okay.
So now everyone open the user records here or okay, click on gear icon and change the domain to, instead of that one, change the domain to top GSS. Can everyone do the same thing? Change the domain to top GSS. After that, open the user profile under user administration. I don't think so. Okay. This is not filtering. It should not show top GSS. Okay, we'll impersonate and we'll see the data of Arun Rana. If he logged in, you can see top GSS, global, all things. So just log in with Chandu, the user ID. So using impersonate, use this. So beside to the user system administration, click on human button. Everyone do the same thing. We will impersonate and we'll see. So to impersonate to any
Srini?
person, type a user ID. Yeah.
Srini, I got just now this domain button and I got global here. Hello.
Okay. So now everyone do impersonate. Everyone hear my voice?
No, it's not clear.
Hello, Chandu, I can hear you.
It's not clear.
Yeah, it's
Your
okay
voice
now.
is breaking.
It is okay now.
Just now I got domain from as Google, global. Can you guide me from here?
Okay. Okay. Then, Chandu, click on this icon. Have you see? Can you follow my screen?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
So before to the system administration, there is a human icon. Click on that.
Okay.
And again, this we call it as a lookup. Click on a lookup.
Okay.
And select Chendu Chintalapati. Select that one. Which you created,
Okay.
Chendu. So
Okay.
then click on OK.
Okay.
Then click on OK. Sumant, are you following? Because I didn't hear any voice from you.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yes. Okay, great. So you are into Chendu's screen, not into, this is the Chendu's not screen means application, the tool. You log it into Chendu view. So you again filter with user. Now you logged into credentials Chendu. Why it is again showing? Chendu should not see GSS at top. So everybody see the same thing, like top GSS US, all the data.
When Srini, when I logged into Chandu's file, Chandu's tool,
Okay. Okay.
I'm not able to see my ID, my record. I just see Chandu Chintalapudi record. When I clicked on
actually,
the
that is the result I'm expecting. Can you share your screen, Rana?
Yeah,
So
same
that
thing.
I'll show the others.
The same thing I got.
Maybe, yeah, my tool is having some problem. That is the reason I able to see all the things. Rana, I'm making you presenter. Can you show?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is what I'm expecting. Can you go into right side? Yes. See, if now you log into Chendu Chintalapati, so the other records, except the rest of the records which you see here, guest, admin, ITIL, employee, all these records are, global records. That is the reason you are able to see the global records, and the one which you belongs to, which domain you belongs to, Chendu only you belongs to. So that record only you will be able to see. The rest of the records, Rana belongs to GSS, which is a parent domain. So the parent data, the child cannot see the parent data. So that is the reason Chendu couldn't able to see the Rana's record. Now we will go back to the administrator record. Then again we log into the Rana. Rana now able to see Rana's data, and the Chendu is a child for Rana. He can see the Chendu data also. We'll do that. So now you impersonate admin Rana. You just click on human button to impersonate. Oh, I make. Okay, yeah. Just click OK. No, you already select admin. Above you select admin, then click. Yeah, okay. Now again impersonate with yeah. Now you will be able to see your record and Chandu's record. So everyone understand how the data gets separated, segregated based on a domain which you have given to the user. So everybody clear?
Yeah.
Chandu
The
Sumant.
same way, yeah, Chandu Sumant. The same way here, we assign a user record, so the user record is populating and visibling based on the domain. The same way, if any application is having a domain field and you have assigned to a different domain to it, it will be visible to the parent and the same domain users, not to the others which are below and the same level. Okay, everyone clear? Before I move into the
See, I cannot see the Arun's record from you, from my system.
you have impersonate with Arun.
Impersonate. Click on the man button and then
You log in into Arun. You type Arun and click OK. Select his user record and click OK. So see how Arun do that.
okay.
You go back to the system administrator first.
Okay.
Then again click human record. Now type Arun space Rana. So filter will give you the name and click OK.
I cannot find Arun Rana in my system. I don't.
Otherwise click magnifier. You follow the screen.
Okay.
Click magnifier. And type Rana, can you click on magnifier and show him? So here you just type Rana and for it select search type as for a text and search Arun, then you will get in a list. Select that Arun Rana.
Okay. 1 second.
You can change search type also. If Rana, can you click on a drop down? Yeah. For text is whatever matches in that record, it will bring it up. So better select for text is a good search option and click search with either Arun or Rana. You will get the record.
So I'm not getting anything here. I cannot see Arun's record.
Okay, I'll make you a presenter then. Wait.
Okay, sure.
Is Chandu right?
Yes.
You are at Chandu Chintarpati. Go back to the user administration. Click on the human button.
Okay.
It's not yet reflected. Click on it.
Okay.
Okay. Select the administrator. Click on administrator. And then click OK.
Okay.
Now again click on a human button. Yeah, that we call it as impersonate. Click on it. Yeah, that one. That is the reason I'm telling, like, you go back to the administrator role, then try to impersonate. Yeah, click on OK. Now you filter with user record. Users, type users in the filter. Yeah. and select the users under user administration. Where is your user administration? Okay, anyhow, click on update here.
Here, user administration
Update.
users. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, click on that. Click on that. So now click on update, update row. On the name of update, click on
Okay.
that. Yes. So you will be able to see both the records.
Okay.
You understand the logic, right? Why
Yeah,
you
yes,
were
yes.
able to see.
So I forgot to click on
Okay,
system administrator.
okay, fine, no issues. And give me a control. So I'll go
Okay,
into
sure.
other. Sumant, are you clear, right?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay, good. Chindu, can you give me control?
Yeah, sure. I don't know why it's not selecting.
Otherwise, I can.
I cannot select you.
Okay, I can do myself. Okay, I did it.
Okay.
So in user administration, let me. I didn't get. Let me log out. There is some problem. It's here. Okay. So we will create users we created anyhow doing practical of domain separation. We'll create groups. Okay. You just type group here. As I said, you keep nothing but adding more than one people into the group. We call it as a service now groups. You just type groups and select the groups under user administration. Okay. And everyone change the domain back to a global. For me, it's already global. For system administrator, change the domain back to global. If the domain you changed it to GSS or some other, change it back before we do other things. So creating new group, select a new row and give a group name. So I'll give a group name GSS hyphen infotech. So you also follow the same thing, and if you feel any manager, so you give the manager's name. Okay, and this is which is not required hourly rate or something. And a group, if you want to give for if you want to give any group email, you can give that. Here is the parent. Using the parent, we can inherit.
Lini, under user administration.
Okay.
Under user administration,
Yeah.
I don't see
Groups.
under user. Yeah, I'm logged in as a system administrator now.
Okay.
Under that, when I typed in the filter user administration, under user administration, I just see users and logged in users.
Can you do this thing? You click on navigator option, this one,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
select all.
Yeah.
Now type user. I mean, not user, group. Sorry. Type group. Or instead of even filter also, you can navigate to the down.
I think I can see now.
And
I can see now. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So that is how, because you did some filters and all, so the filter may get stuck some point of time. So better you click on navigator, then click all, so you will get all the options right in the left side.
Sure.
Okay, if you want to give any parent group, say for an example, GSS Infotech is a parent for GSS US and India. So if you want to give any group as a parent, you can give that, but I don't want to give any parent to the GSS Infotech. So I'll just give a name as a GSS Infotech and description as group of managers. I have given the description of group of managers or managers, whatever. Okay, then submit. Don't submit. Just save it. Right click on the bar and click save. Once you save any record, the rest of the options you will get. So that is the reason you just save it. After that, you will get a roles and group members, groups, again skills. So in group members, we will give the whom you want to assign to this group. So I will, to do that, click on edit. So everyone follow. If you feel I'm going fast, please let me know. So I'll pass some time.
Yes, Srini, your voice is breaking.
Oh.
I think there is some
Still-
kind of background noise is going. So
Yeah.
where exactly this background is it? Sumant at your end or
No, mine is clear.
Chandu?
Yeah, it's my end is clear.
Okay.
I'll mute. Maybe you can identify is it from my side or what not.
Right now I'm not
muting.
getting any voice.
Okay, fine then.
Okay, then you can continue.
So
Yeah, please continue.
everyone able to see the group member under the group which you created?
Yes.
Okay, click on edit button. So there are two options available here. One is new and one is edit button. So if you click on new, it will take you to the again user records, and you will be able to create a new user record. Then you can add that record here. If you don't want to create new record here, there is a record already exist in the system. You just need to click on edit. So I will select Rana as one of the member to this group. So that reason I'll click on edit button. So I'll in a collection I'll just type with a word. So I got the record. Then move into GSS Infotech, then save it. As I said, it's a vice versa kind of thing. If I go to the user record of Rana and see he is assigned to group GSS Infotech. Just want to cross check. I'll go to and update it. User administration, I'll go to users and I'll select Arun Rana record. I can see in below he belongs to GSS Infotech group. It's a vice versa kind of thing. You can assign at group level, it will reflect here. If you assign here, it will be reflecting that group also. So everyone clear?
Yes.
So this is how you can give n number of people into the group, and I'll create a group delegate here. So if, say for an example, Arun Rana is going on vacation for next week, you want to assign all his approvals, assignments, CC notifications and meeting invites. So you click on new. Stay on this page, leave on the page. So user is Arun Rana. I want to delegate all my tasks to Arun Rana tasks to Srini 11, and the start date and end date. Starting date from today to, you can change the date. Not not today, in the next week. So select the date starting from 5th and ending for next week, 7th. So these dates, whatever the approvals, assignments, CC notifications and meeting invites will be sent to Srinu 111. So if he don't want to receive notifications, you can remove this, or meeting invite, you can remove this. Only approvals and assignments. So that is up to us.
Okay.
This is how we will delegate our task to a particular user, the delegator. Okay. So I don't want to save. I'm going back again. If you don't want to save anything, you just hit an back button. Okay, so I'm coming to the roles. Okay. Here, if you want to give his, I'm giving a role to Arun Rana. If you want to give any extra addition, if you want to give to Rana instead of admin role, okay, you just edit. Okay, and I can see I didn't give any role to him because earlier Chendu did that. So I given admin again. Can you mute someone because who is talking?
Yeah, whose end it is?
So
the
for
background.
You,
yeah. At somebody's end, there is a background noise going. So I would really appreciate, if you can just mute or probably, just ask those people to, go to some distance and talk.
Yeah, if whoever talking, please, whoever not talking, please mute them. If you want to talk that time only, please unmute it. So rest of them, please mute. Okay. Can you mute all? Okay. So for you guys, it's admin is already added. So I'm adding one more role to the Arun, that is a catalog admin. So if you want to add that, add it. And if you want to add report admin also, this is the report admin, you can add that role to Arun. So this is how we will add roles to. So these are all the roles added to Arun. You see, though you have a given admin and catalog admin report role to Arun Rana, there are some of the roles also came because these are all dependent roles. That is the reason these roles also assigned to Arun Rana. Okay, and click update. Everyone clear?
Yes.
So we done how to create groups, roles, and users and navigation. So hope we are done. So I'll move into the other topic
Okay.
that called it as import sets. Not import sets. Let me check user administration. Rana, can you check what is our next topic? Let me check.
Yeah, sure. I'll check it.
I'm also checking.
I think domain separation, import sets, choice list and assignment. Choice list and
Yeah,
assignment rules. After that, we have user administration.
No, day-wise, can you see my screen? The 7th topic is import sets. We'll start import sets.
Yeah. Yes, import sets.
Okay. So everybody, before I move into the topic, if anyone have doubts on domain separation, user group roles, and features architecture, please let me know. Okay, I assume everyone is clear. So I'm moving to import sets. So this PPT covers import set, choice list, assignment roles. So this is our 3 days session. So I'll give a theory about import sets only now. Then whenever we start choice list, I'll come back assignment rules as well. So import sets overview, flow diagram, transform map, import sets data flowchart, system import set setups. This we will cover under import sets topic. So import set is let's take an example. If you want to do a bulk data, if you want to load a bulk data, so we use import sets. Let's take an example. You got a requirement in real time. We used to get requirements from customers saying that I want 1000 user records to be created in system. I want 10 or 100 user records to be created in system. So these cases, it is bit difficult for us to create manually these records. So those cases, we will create data into ServiceNow using import sets. Okay, import sets is a powerful tool used to import data from various data sources and then map the data into ServiceNow tables. So are you able to understand what is import sets?
Yes.
So here the data sources are going forward. Let me move. Okay. Here are the external data sources. So external data sources means mainly as per best practice, 90% of data we will move into ServiceNow tables using CSV or Excel format. So Excel format, we will fill the data. I'll show you, and even during practical, I'll tell you how the format of Excel sheet. So these are all the possible external data sources in the left side: JDBC and HTTP, FTP, Excel, CSV, comma separated data format, and XML. Then we will keep the data in that format, whatever given by the customer. It can be user records, or it can be assets or locations. Once we fill the data using these external data resources, and then we using the import set table, there is an option in ServiceNow to create a temporary tables. We call it as a staging tables. So we will move the data. Before we move the data into original tables, we move the data into temporary tables. That we call it import set table. And then once it is done, we will map the tables. Our table, like whatever you imported, that is import a staging table with the original tables. Say for an example, in your Excel sheet, instead of say user ID, you mention it as a username, but the original table, the name is user ID. So the naming difference is there. That point of time system may not understand, so you will map both the fields. There is an option to map. Auto assist is there and manual assist is there. Once you click on auto assist, it automatically check the names which matches. If some names which didn't match, then we have an option manual assist. So once you click on manual mapping, you will be able to map both the fields. There is a username, and in the system user ID, so you can map both the fields. Now what will happen, whatever the data exists in username will be loaded into as a user ID. So that will be performed using the transform. Once we call it as a transform. Once it is done, there is a run transform. Once you do that, all the data which is exist in an Excel or CSV, whatever the format, external format, will be loaded into the ServiceNow original tables. That can be CMDB, users, incidents, groups, and locations. Okay. So it means we are loading a bulk data from outside of ServiceNow to ServiceNow using these formats. Here it is what I spoke about. Transform map is a set of field map that determine the relationship between the fields in an import set and fields in an existing ServiceNow tables. Whatever I said. So using transform map, we will map the tables. So once defined, say for an example, you created a transform map or a temporary table for user to load the users. You can use that for further transactions. You no need to create again a transform map, because you already created for user loading. So it can be reusable. So every import operation to a ServiceNow production table require at least one transform map that will be associated with an import set. So to load the data any one of the table, we need a transform map to be created for each table. So if it is a user, there should be one transform map. If it is a user group, we need another transform map which matches to user table. And there is before I talk about table and columns, so you know what is table and column? Database structure. Maybe you might have during your school and college days. So you know table and column, how the table and column is defined. Anyone have idea what is table and what is column? Suman, do you have any idea?
Yeah, actually I have idea, but I don't know how I can define that now. Column is like a sequence of the
Mhm.
data or something.
Okay. Chandu, you have any idea what is table and what is column?
Mm, columns. No, actually, I don't have. I cannot explain.
Okay. So Rana, you?
I just know, I mean, these tables and columns are used in Excel, that's it.
Okay. So I'll explain that before I move. I talk about tables and columns. Otherwise, it is bit difficult. Okay. Let me take an example. So let's take, we have a student table, a table name called students. Okay. And the column. So columns are nothing but each field in the table. So the column can be, first name, this is one column, and the last name, this is one column, and department and marks. Okay, and what else? Email ID. So these are all the four columns for student table. So whenever data is entered in the table, it will be one row is for one student. Say for an example, this is one row. The first name is, say, Srinu, and last name is Elasiri, and department is CP5, or say let's take ECE, and marks is 70, a percentage marks per, let's take it as a percentage. Email is test at one, test at Gmail. So, and again next student, Sumant, what last name, his last name, XXX, and then ECE, marks 75%, and test1 at gmail.com. Again the next person here, you see each row is belongs to an entire user record, and not here, it is a student record. So if we point out one row, it's entirely belongs to a Srinu's record. The same with next row is belongs to Sumant record. A column is nothing but, see, a first name column. So first name column is having all the records of first name, and last name is having all the last name of each record in the table student. So the entire structure, we call it as a table. Table is getting splitted by columns. Okay, clear? So if I want to point to a Sumant record, I need to come into the which row? The row is start from 0. So that case, this is a 0th row. It's a row 0. That's the position start from 0. So this one is row 1. Now pointing row 1, and Srinu record is pointing row 0, and this is the column. Column also pointed, this is a column. These are columns. This first Srinu first name is pointed 0, and last name is pointed 1, and department is 2, and marks is 3, and email is 4.
Okay, it's like
So if
our like it's registered in a school, right, Srini?
yeah, that is what it has been. Any BTech student, it has been told what is tables and field structure. I
So
mean,
this is the
field is nothing but column.
scenario. Yeah, yeah, okay. This is the scenario acted to those registers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you want to point out as only a first name of Sumant, that case the position of this first name of Sumant is, this is row 1, and what is the column? 0. First row will come, then column will come. This is the position. If you want to point out Sumant first name, then how you will point out which row is located and which column is the first name. The row is 1 and the column is 0. If you want to locate a male of Sumant, then the row is same because he belongs to the same row. Then row is same, but the column will get changed. What is the column here? That male 4, right?
Yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here this is how a table and column is defined in any database. It can be irrespective of DB2, MySQL, or Oracle. This is how the data will store, and how if you want to point out any particular data, this is how you need to point out. This is called table and column. So in ServiceNow, coming to the ServiceNow point of view, in ServiceNow we call it as a table and column. Table we call it as a table only, and column we call a field also. Okay, so field is nothing but whatever you enter here. See, if I open Hyderabad, this is a user record. This is one of the field. Source is one field, a role is one field, email is one field. But whatever the entire data is holding by the table. If you want to see a table information, there is a configure and table. You right click, open any user, any record, irrespective user or whatever. You just right click and go to configure and table. The table name is sys user. This is the table name, and you see these are the columns. The email should exist here, email. So this is one of the column. Okay, and city, all the whatever the fields you see at UI level, that should be exist in the backend. Otherwise the data will not get stored. Why we need a tables and column? Because these tables will store into the database. So whenever you enter that one record, that should store any one of the table and any of the column. Whatever the data you entered in email field, email column, that will be stored in a database as a one of the row. So everybody clear what is table and column? Anyhow, we will create a new, during our further sessions we are going to create tables and fields. So hope you will get a better idea what is table and column, how the data is storing in the tables. Okay. See, this is a flow chart, how the data will loaded into the ServiceNow tables. So the data it's a CSV or Excel, any data source. So if you keep the data in Excel format, say first name, last name, all the data, during practical, I'll ask everyone to create a format of Excel file to load the data, and then once the format is created and data is entered into that Excel format, we need import set tables to be created. If it is the first time, we need to create. If it is already created, we will use the same table. Then if there is no map is done, we need to create a transform map. If the map is already done, you just need to run transform. Once run transform is done, then the data is loaded into the target tables. Call it as the service node tables. So in our next practical session, we will we will load 10 users or 5 users using Excel format. Instead of going user record and giving all the fields, we will load the data using Excel files and using import sets. So these are the 3 steps: load data, create transform map, run transform map. These are the main steps to follow to load data into ServiceNow. Load data. Data source records are reference imported data location to retrieve data from. So these are the whatever the data we created in Excel format, and then we'll create a transform map. Then when you hit on run transform, the data will be loaded. You just read it out. I'll move into the next slide. So load data, this is how we will select a file user. If there is already created, if you want to create a new one, you need to select new, create new radio button. It's already exists. You can select the existing import set table, and the file, you need to choose a file here. Anyhow, these screens will be everything will get during the practical session. So this is how create transform map. Here you see a source table is user import user imp underscore user, and target table is different, sys underscore user. So whatever data exists in import set users will be placed into original table called sys user. And then mapping assist, here what I said, department and department, these are left side we have a our tables, I mean import set tables, and right side we have a original tables. We will map using this mapping assist. If that name is not there, if first name is having only F, we can map that to first name in the target tables. Field map, we call it as a field map. And then once you hit on run transform, data will be loaded. You will get a message complete, and the completion code success or fail or any error. So this is another topic. So there are 3 important points. You just make a note. Even it will come in a certification also. Steps to load data using import sets. Load data first step, and create transform map is the second step, and run transform is the third step. These are the main steps which we need to follow to load the data using import sets. You can just make a note. Okay, so everybody clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow we will do practical on import sets. Okay, I'll ask everyone to create an Excel file and create a staging table, and then we will do end-to-end process using Excel format as a external data source. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all I have today in my plate. Anything, if you have any doubts, please let me know before I stop the session for today.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I assume everyone clear. Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time, right?
Yes.
Please, Rana, can you please check with Venkat and Varun, right? Varun also.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll follow up with them.
And Revant is still online.
Yeah.
Revant. Yeah. Revant, you follow the last 3 sessions. Okay. Make sure you will before you come to tomorrow session, you updated your skills with the last 3 sessions. Okay.
I watched last 3 videos.
Prakash.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Arun? Yeah, Arun.
Is it Prakash?
No, this is Chandu.
Yeah, Chandu, tell me.
Can you send last 2 class recordings?
Yeah, I'll send the first day and second day recording. I think I've already shared the link, but I need the video for the third class.
I do not get the first one. Can you please resend me
The
first
first one I will share. First one I will share, and also I'll share the second one. But can you share the third class video?
Oh, I'm not. This is Chandu. This is not Prakash.
Yeah, Chandu. I mean, are you recording the videos? I guess you are also recording the videos, right?
No, we don't have access to record the videos.
Oh, okay. Then no problem. I'll share all the videos with you. Don't worry, okay?
Okay, thank you, Arun.
You're welcome. Prakash, are you there?
Okay. Arun, Rana, I guess he is not there. I joined as an administrator due to control and all. So maybe you can call him up.
I don't have his number.
Oh. Okay. Otherwise, I'll ask him to call you. Is that okay?
Yeah. Just inform him that I don't have day 3 video, so I'm looking for that video. Okay.
Yeah, Arun.
Okay, I'll ask him to
I
send.
had his number. Can I test you?
Yeah. Please.
Oh, sure. 318.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Then I'm leaving. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
sure.
so much.
You got it, Arun?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.